Well, I'm finishing the weekend off with some jalapeno salsa. And this recipe, like the other ones I did this weekend, come out of the Complete Book of Home Preserving from Ball. And they've got a really good salsa section, so I thought I'd try this one. Now, this is not a tomato salsa, it's a jalapeno salsa, so there is a lot of jalapenos there. The ingredients are 3 cups of chopped, cored and peeled tomatoes, that's what's in there. 3 cups of chopped seeded jalapeno peppers, and if you think you don't need to use gloves when you seed and take the veins out of a jalapeno pepper, I really think you should rethink that, because I'll tell you what, doing all of these peppers, and I'm going to do a double batch because one batch only makes 3 pint jars and I want more, so I'm going to do a second batch because it doesn't really take that long once the prep is done. But it did take a while to get everything chopped and cored and ready to go, but all I did was rub my chin a little bit and it still burns, so the oil that's in there is pretty hot. But also it takes a cup of chopped onions, a cup of cider vinegar, 6 cloves of garlic finely chopped, 2 tablespoons of finely chopped cilantro, and I know a lot of people don't like that, so a lot of salsa recipes have cilantro as just an optional thing. I like it, so I'm going to put it in. And in here we have 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1½ teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin. So our jars are prepared, they're sterilized, they're ready to go. So in this large stainless steel saucepan, you will combine the tomatoes, and the jalapenos. This is going to be zippy. I like a zippy salsa, so I'm going to enjoy this. But we're going to have the jalapenos, and then the chopped onions. Basically, you just put everything in here. So, and then the vinegar. The garlic cloves. And then the cilantro and the spices. And you put all that in there. And this is once you get the prep work. This is not a very lengthy process, because simply what you do is once you get all this mixed, we're going to take it over here and put it on the stove. And then all you do is bring it to a boil over medium-high heat, stirring constantly. Then you reduce it and boil gently for about 10 minutes, and then you put it in the jars and process it in a boiling water canner. And you do that for 15 minutes. So that looks so good. Look at that. Yummy. So, and I actually really like cilantro, and the smell of it to me is, I like it. So I'm going to enjoy eating this. So I've got this, I just turned this on to medium-high, and I'm going to bring it to a boil and let it go for about 10 minutes. And I'll come back to you when that's done. Okay, so you can see that it's boiling now. And it's so, it smells so good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on a little bit lower and let it sit for about 10 minutes. And it's supposed to thicken up. You can see it's kind of watery. But it will thicken up a little bit and make wonderful salsa. So I will be back after 10 minutes. Alright, so this boiled got boiling on high, and then I turned it down and it boiled gently for 10 minutes. And now it's time to put it in the jars. So I got my jar out, and we'll put the funnel and tilt it down a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. This looks good. I'm excited to try this. It says to do it within a 1/2 inch of the rim. So we'll work that down there and get some of that juice up there. Probably put a little bit more in there. That looks good. And of course, gotta wipe the rim. Now this recipe will do 3 pint jars. So I'm going to do another batch, and then I'll put my jars all in at the same time. So let me put my little lid thing on, and then we'll take a close-up. See, look at that salsa. Doesn't that look great? Alright, I'll fill the rest of the jars, and I'll come back when I'm done. Processed for 15 minutes. I took the lid off, let it sit for 5, and now is the unveiling of this, ooh, yum, excellent looking salsa. Look at that. That's really going to be good on some chips, or tacos, or nachos, or just about anything. That's really nice. Now the thing is, though, they say to let it sit for 3 or 4 weeks. There goes the pop. So that it can really get the flavors throughout, and it'll probably be even so much better. So I got 5 pints out of 2 of those recipes. So that's not bad. So this weekend I got 5 pints of salsa. I got 9 pints of, what was this, Creole sauce. I got 8 half pints, or 9 half pints of Creole sauce. I got 8 half pints of Thai hot and sweet sauce, and I got 9 of chicken wing sauce. And I got stock done that I'll be canning tomorrow night. And in the middle of all that, I made 2 loaves of bread. So it was a pretty productive week, and I'm feeling good about it. Hey, I hope everybody else had as good a weekend as I did. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.